arcade sucks!
Just a little bit of a disclaimer before the video starts. This video was originally made to come out after the Sonic Riders Zero Gravity playthrough came out, but I am chronically freaking lazy. So that has not happened, so I decided I'm just going to go ahead and do this early and do this for Mod Monday. So this is going to be a part of Mod Monday, but this video has been pretty old, but either way, hope you enjoy. Welcome to Sonic Riders Zero Gravity Re-Gravitified. Now this mod is phenomenal, man. So right now I don't have any of the codes to get single player, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and just kind of show off some of the abilities using using Sonic, and then I will go into Grand Prix mode so we can have some people to race against, even though it's going to be piss easy. So this is Sonic Riders Zero Gravity Re-Gravitified, where it basically completely overhauls gravity, Zero Gravity, which is my favorite Sonic game, or my favorite Riders Sonic game. So basically you have the basic starts and the basic things, as I said in the original Riders video, but now you have a hold down for your jump, so you can actually be able to get X ranks constantly, as well as be able to get every single top route. But you still have your gravity like this, but there is also gear changes. You automatically have grind for Sonic and any character that is a speed type character. So Amy, Jet, I forgot his name. Shadow. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why I forgot his name. I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to the controls just a little bit, so I didn't mean to gravity dive. But there's also something super cool I want to show off. I don't know if I'll be able to do it here. Okay, whatever. That's exactly why I didn't do Grand Prix mode yet. But there's also something super cool that you can do. So aside from the basic gravity stuff and the gravity dive, and I will say the controls in this game very good normally, but do be careful. So there's actually now a drift, just like in the original Sonic Rider, so it makes it more akin to that. But also, if you have enough gravity, and I will show that off here in a second, you will be able to do something super cool where you can actually get shortcuts. So instead of actually getting your attacks in item boxes like in the original Zero Gravity, you can now actually just hit a button and it will allow you to actually go in and use your attack whenever you please, or dang well need it. This basically, like I said, overhauls Zero Gravity to make it more akin to Riders, but not exactly specifically like Riders. It still has that Zero Gravity aspect and keeps it intact, obviously, but it does take the speed cap and significantly raises it. But like I said, so you can hit a button like this, and as long as you have enough gravity, he'll do it, and this will let you go to basically any shortcut that you want, which is really awesome. It just makes the gameplay a lot more cool, because now you can attack people like you were able to do in the original Riders, plus the gravity when you want it, and the drift if you don't have enough. So say you don't have enough gravity, you can use the drift. I will say the drift obviously is a work in progress thing, so it does kind of control a little strange right now, but the gravity turns obviously are still intact, because they're awesome. I love gravity turning in this game. It's amazing. And yeah, your gravity dive is still intact. Gear changing is still intact, although now you don't need to actually use the air rides or the wheels and stuff like you did in the original game, but you can just use everything that you already have. This significantly changes the game. Now I am going to do at least one or two more races with some characters before we do Grand Prix mode, because I won't be able to change later, so I might as well go ahead and play the game a little bit with some different characters before we do that. So I'm going to play with Amy, and we will do the... Isn't this the... I'm gonna do Untouchable for Amy. That'll be cool. And this is Neo Gigan Rocks in the awesome freaking modded Gigan Rocks, which love Gigan Rocks, y'all know. That's my favorite stage. I said it in the Riders Zero Gravity video. So it makes a lot of sense why I would like it here, obviously, because it's still my favorite. But now we have just the cool stuff about it, with the changed HUD, everything like that, more simplified. And I've been having tons of fun with the Zero Gravity too, low-key, because like I said, I love Zero Gravity. And the original game, while not bad, is still, you know, while still fun, just can't really... This is why this is, like, you know, needs modding, because obviously the other games aren't in a competitive space, which is why they are working on this mod to put it more in a competitive space for people to play and experience, where, you know, it makes it more fun. You do got to be careful when grinding, though, because holy crap, you grind super fast, just like in the DX, the Riders DX, or Director's Cut. In Regravitified, it is the same thing. You do need to be careful. If you're not careful, you are going to absolutely shoot off. And also, there are no auto tricks. I don't know if they're going to be working on auto tricks yet. If they do, I will obviously make a follow-up. Or not auto tricks, sorry, manual tricks, because it's still auto tricks like the original Zero Gravity, which, either way, take it or leave it. It doesn't really matter for me. I will take either or. So I'll take, like, I don't mind manual tricks, and I don't mind auto tricks either. The manual tricks are a little more fun, I will say, because it, you know, gives it more of an in-depth system. But I do like the auto tricks, too, because it's just really cool to see the really fluid animations. Because a lot of people were like, oh... Well, a lot of the spice and stuff has been taken out of Zero Gravity. It's like, yeah, it doesn't have the cool art style that Riders had, that's for sure. But holy man, is it really cool just to be able to, like, see these really cool animations. Like, look, she stands on the board and just says goodbye to you in midair, bro. You can't tell me that isn't awesome. That's really cool. It's some really cool animation that they have, and it's really fluid. And this game's still, like I said, in the original Rider Zero Gravity video playthrough, that this game still has a lot of style attached to it. You just got to know where to find it. It's like in Amy's gravity turns, you know. Oh, okay, we're good. Woo! And Amy's like gravity turns, you know, and a lot of her really cool, you know. And a lot of her really cool, you know, animations with the boosting every single person, you know, looks just really freaking cool, and is really cool in this. You just gotta know what you're doing. Okay, so we're gonna go through the Grand Prix, and I think I'm gonna do it as Shadow, because Shadow, obviously, my guy, you know, now that I have a better opinion of him. What does this do? Boost up gravity core. I'm gonna do skill booster because this one just looks really cool with Shadow instead of Black Shot. And like I said, you can actually auto grind, so you don't need to have the grinding or anything. This board just looks really cool with Shadow. So right now, like I said, do not have the gecko codes, but it's the same thing as in the Riders video, where you can use these codes to put people in, but right now they work in Grand Prix mode. So but right now, because I don't have any, they are going to be piss easy, so I am going to win a lot of these races, probably. Skadoosh! Yeah, like, see, look at how cool these animations are, bro. These animations are sick. Shadow was a character that I actually did play with a lot back in the day. I did like using Shadow a lot, which is crazy because, like I said before, Shadow wasn't like one of my favorites growing up. He was very much a character that I just really didn't really mind. I didn't hate him, didn't love him. I just didn't really mind him. Now, my opinion of him since Shadow Gens has definitely gone up, and he's one of my more favorites now. But in Riders, I don't know. I always did really like playing with him in Riders. I just thought he looked really cool, just like Sonic did. And I liked his skating animation. Like, this animation for his skating, like the way he just skates, just looks super cool to me. So I really, really like the way that he skates in this game. And I always thought it was cool that he had it on his foot. And he's like, here we go, unleash gravity, which is always super freaking cool for me. So I really liked that about Shadow. You know, like I said, had it on his foot, everything like that. Was able to just do so much cool stuff if you really knew what you were doing. Shadow's pretty cool in this game, I can't lie. Compared to what I would normally think of him, he is pretty cool in this game. Yeah, like I said, animations in this game still has a lot of style connected to it. You just gotta know kind of where to look. You just have to have more of appreciation for this game, because if you don't, you're not gonna find that style that you really are so pleasing to look at. You'll just be like, oh yeah, this game's boring, it doesn't have as much style as Riders. And don't get me wrong, the original Riders does have a lot of style, but I think this game, in terms of the tracks, are better, in terms of the story, are better, and I also think that in terms of boards, I do like the more bulbous looks of the boards in this game, as well as I do think that even though it is streamlined, I think that this game still has a lot of style that can be there to look out, and I think that the game definitely has the best soundtrack. I think the soundtrack in this game, compared to the original Riders, is 10 times better. The original Riders soundtrack isn't bad. It's just kind of it's there for me. The soundtrack in this game, oh man, is so good. I love the soundtrack in this game. Obviously, these are randomized songs that are, you know, for the mod. But in the original game, obviously, like I've probably, you know, talked about it a lot in the original Gravity video, are really amazing. Sorry. I'm dying right now. It's crazy. But yeah, like I said, you can use this turn here, and you actually won't waste any gravity, which is really nice. It's really good to be able to do that, because if you just know the track layouts like I do, and you know, you can actually do some really cool skips and without having to waste gravity, and you can save a lot of gravity, especially on this stage. Like, I don't even really think you need to use gravity like turn once. You can use gravity dive and you're good to go. So you can do this, boom, there you go, like that, and then you can boom, hit this, come down here, grab these rings like this. Here we go. Unleash gravity. Boom, boom, boom. You know, gravity dive. Come down like this. Boom. Through the corkscrew. Jump. Hit that shortcut like that. You know. And that's another thing. I feel like the paths and the opportunities in this game were just more grand. And I said this in both videos, but I think when it comes to Zero Gravity and Riders, it's a racing game, so there's not much to talk about in terms of level design. So it is going to be weird for me to say this, but the level design here is actually feels like they worked more on the level design and what they wanted for this game and how the tracks are laid out, compared to Riders, where, you know, obviously it was a simple racing game with a lot of more in-depth mechanics, where this one, it's like, yeah, we're taking out a lot of the in-depth mechanics, even with the gravity stuff, which is, you know, still really fun, you know, but we're going to be taking the attacking out and stuff like that to replace it with, well, a really cool system where you're eligible to, you know, have more routes and secrets and shortcuts that you can take that are more fun to, you know, pull off and use. So I think in that regard, yeah, they did actually kind of up the level design in a way, and I say that in quotations, obviously. But like I said, I still love this game more than most people. I know there are probably people that do prefer this game over Riders 1, and obviously that's fine. If you like Riders 1 over this game, I can definitely see why, because I really do love Riders 1, don't get me wrong. But I don't know, this game, I played it a lot more as a kid, so I just have a little bit more bias over it. Also, like I said, soundtrack, and I just think it has that level of fun that, you know, it's unmatched. Wow. I actually got the actual song for this. Now I have to run this because I got the actual song from Mediatek. That's crazy. Now I actually got to run this. Also, the startup is a lot more physics-based than it was, which is really weird to say, but it was. There we go. Get that back. Also, something cool about this game. Now, it doesn't do it in this mod, which kind of sucks. But in the mod, there was a, or in the original game, there was a system where when you use the gravity, the music would actually change when you would use it. It doesn't do that here, unfortunately. I wish it did, but it doesn't. But, you know, that's fine. But there was a system where it did that. But depending on every area that you're in, the sound of your gravity when activating it sounded different. Oh my frick, I was going to use the shortcut, but it didn't work. Oh my gosh, I look like an idiot. I look like a loser lobster, as Marin Kitagawa would say. Kitagawa-san. Ooh, woo. Yeah, there's a lot of cool, just unique alternate pathways that you can get from this game just by knowing where everything is. I love that music. Oh no, I think my gravity turn just broke. I had a message that just popped up. I think that means that my gravity turn is now broken. Because sometimes that will happen, and then I can't gravity turn anymore. We're about to check. If it breaks, then I'm going to have to just stop. On my head. Nope, we're good. Okay. I'm about to say, bro, my gravity turn better not break, bro, or I'm going to be so turned. I'm going to be so turned if my gravity turn breaks. Also, you can also tell that the speed has been significantly raised in this game. I will say this, something I didn't really like about this game compared to Riders. Riders definitely felt fast. And this game had its moments where it was fast, but there were also a good bit of moments where this game definitely didn't have speed. It felt more slow and streamlined in that way. So, really just gotta, you know, yeah, I'm glad that they've upped the speed for this. Okay, let's hope my PC doesn't blow up, because I was running this in 8K earlier, and my PC was about to explode playing this, bro. It was actually insane how much my PC was going to explode. But, like I said, you can hear the gravity sound was different. When I hit that, it went blah, 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 like that, and it was really different sounding, which is, like I said, something I really like about this game that I think is a really cool, unique thing. Also really like this stage because they have the Metal Harbor music, and it actually does kind of low-key fit with this area. Didn't realize how much it did, but it does. But I really like that. And it's also really easy to get rings here, which I really like. And you can even unleash gravity, you know. Oh, I was gonna hit that thing. I guess I'll have to jump next time, because I saw that back there. They thought they could hide it from me, but they ain't slick. A lot of these shortcuts, I can't even lie to y'all, are low-key lame. I can't lie. They're a little low-key lame. But, you know, it is what it is. When they streamlined the attacking mode in this game, man, I will say that was a really big letdown for me personally. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, they streamlined the gravity. There we go. You hit that. Oh my... Bro, what? I fell? How? Okay. Whatever, game. Just hoeing me like that. That's insane. Also, another cool thing about this game is you can actually hear Shadow better. You could not hear that man in the original Riders, bro. The music was so loud you could never hear him speak, and it was so annoying.
Feel my power.
Yes, we got Geeking Rocks. Oh yes, I'm so happy. Let's do this. All right, I'm so ready. Oh, I'm so locked. Hold on, I ain't even gonna speak for this last race.
You're so slow. Gear challenge. my power.
I messed up a little bit there at the beginning, but it was still incredibly locked. Oh man, I love Gigan Rocks, man. I love Gigan Rocks. Well, anyway, thanks for watching this my review for Regravified. And love this game, man. And like I said, no problems with either of the two that I played. Such bangers, man. Such bangers. So much talent.